Hey guys, Ranger here, and welcome back to another video. Someone suggested that I watch this video. Actually, I've had a few people suggest for me to check out some other Starbomb videos, and this one was one that someone suggested that I check out, which is Best Zelda Rap in the World animated music video, animated by Shoocharu, and it is on Eagle Raptor's channel. And I'm here with the video to check it out and hopefully laugh my butt off, I'm hoping. So let's dive in and see what kind of zaniness awaits. I loved the first Zelda rap, so let's dive into this one and see what zaniness awaits us. I really hope this is epic. Although, it should be zany, it should be crazy. Let's go. Starting the video in 3, 2, 1 click.
Go ahead and click that link in the description below to get yourself a signed copy. This is only going to be available until April 19th, so get it now.
Hey, it's Link. I'm back and I'm sailing on a ship.
I'm the king of red lions.
Yo, I don't give a shit. If there's one thing I've learned from years of saving this land, it's all I really need is a sword and shield in my hand.
But look over there. That sign says beware. A giant pit, no one can jump. You can't fly through the air. You'll need a special item to get through that mode. But what do I know, right? I'm just a fucking boat.
Fuck. Alright. Shit. Okay, I can maybe pick up one or two things on my way. But as far as I'm concerned, all I need is sword play.
Shut your fucking elf mouth and take my items, okay? Your quest is long and the road is tough. The path is dark. You're gonna need a shift of stuff. No lives are spared. You better be prepared. Marble bangs and a boomerang and a cloth to shield that nasty way.
Wait, that?
Bow and arrow dice and a skeleton key. And a second place trophy from a local spelling bee. A candle with the handle and a single Velcro sandal. Is this an old court order for a drug-related scandal?
No.
Hey, boat, all these items hurt my back. It's a lot.
Pop a Tylenol, you bitch. You've got 87 slots. Here's a hammer that can break any kind of rocket hits. And a pair of full-size studio drum kits. A giant used Q-tip, a really small cruise ship.
A parent signature for a Disneyland school trip?
Documents that prove the moon landing was a hoax.
And a legendary sacred hidden golden tome of fart jokes.
Wind waker lets you control the air. And this zip maker is a really comfortable reclining chair. The road is long, you must protect that schlong. Move stallions and great medallions. You're a bigger deal than plumbing Italians. Heard above the line.
Okay.
Do more things and you're ready to go.
An eyeball.
Eyeball.
80 pounds of drywall.
And every single item from the March issue of Sky
a
Mall?
vegan pasta maker.
The wrestler Undertaker?
An odd number of crutches and a family of Quakers.
A basket of muffins?
A turkey with the stuffing.
A pillow that needs
A
fluffing?
society of puffins.
A fresh unopened box of race quality potato sacks?
46 copies of the Jerk on Betamax.
It's getting kinda heavy.
I don't care, here's a Chevy and the Wacky World of Mini Golf starring Eugene Levy.
Oh my god, I absolutely cannot carry one more thing!
Don't you worry, all that's left is this single piece of string. Whoa! You see? This is exactly why I also packed a spinal surgeon.
I hate you, boat.
Yo, hope you like it. You can get a signed copy of the third Starbomb album, The Triforce, right now. It's available for pre-sale. Go ahead and click that link in the description below to get yourself a signed copy. This is only going to be available until April 19th, so get it now. Keep your eyes peeled. April 19th, the new music video is going to come out, the album's going to launch, and we're going to be releasing new merch.
Nice art.
It's going to be awesome.
Okay, that was great. That was great. It's always great to hear Danny sing. Pretty much anything that Danny puts his voice into is going to pull you in. Danny just has such an amazing voice that, you know, it doesn't matter what he sings. He could literally sing a telephone book, and it would be awesome. Danny just has that kind of voice. This is now, this Legend of Zelda game I never played, so I can't say from personal experience with some of this stuff, but I can honestly actually relate to some of this regardless. And there's different things mentioned, and there's lots of little hidden things seen throughout this that you kind of have to slow it down to be able to see. One thing, yeah, a bomb, and this looks like a penis on the. This looks like a penis, or at least a condom. Okay, Aaron as Link, And Danny as the boat. Honestly, if they made a mod for Legend of Zelda where where Aaron would voice Link and Danny would voice the boat, that would be an extremely popular mod. It honestly would be, to be able to play through the game and hear quips from these two while playing the game. That would just be the best Zelda game ever. Just to hear that. So, of course, the concept is based off of the game where you have a bunch of stuff that you have to carry on your quest. First off, I gotta say the rap itself is great. Being able to rap about all of this random stuff just tossed in, yeah, it's really magic. It really is at what Danny and Aaron do whenever they end up singing just random stuff like this together. It really makes for something both epic and entertaining. Like, just no joke. It's epic and it's entertaining. And another thing that I really admire is the use that the boat is using its crane, basically like a hand throughout the entire thing. And yeah, Danny as a boat is just awesome. I love it. Like, I would honestly love it if in Skyrim, whenever you traveled from Skyrim to Solstheim, if Danny was somebody on the boat, that would be great. Yeah, that would be awesome. Now, first off, I want to talk about the animation. Basically, now, first off, the story is pretty basic and simplistic. It's a rap about this Zelda game and how you could carry. He had like 87 slots for different things in the game, and of course this is an exaggeration of all the kind of stuff that you could carry in the game, but it fits. It really does fit, because there are games, I remember whenever games would give you so many slots like this to carry stuff, and sometimes it made it complicated, sometimes it made it easy. I remember not having enough slots, and then sometimes you would end up having way too many. And it's not just for carrying stuff. I also remember sometimes whenever games would give you, a few games would give you a lot of save slots. Kingdom Hearts had like 99 save slots. Like, I never used even 10% of those save slots. But this is comical because, honestly, this is something that you would pretty much see in a Zelda game with all this stuff put together. And actually, it would be hilarious if someone made a mod and actually put a lot of this stuff, if not all of it, if possible, into the game. And then like I said, had Aaron and Danny come in and do some voice acting for some of the characters, for Link and for the boat, so that you could actually have all this random stuff just scattered about, and it would be hilarious. Get to a door or something, and get to an area, and be ready to use an item. You see, like a Chevy Cobalt in your inventory, and Link just pulls it out and sets it down, and then you hear Aaron as Link, "What the F am I supposed to do with this?" That would be hilarious, honestly. Like, you hear Danny then from off in the distance. I don't know, man. Just, you just got it. That would be hilarious. And it's interesting to see the sunglasses back, I think, from the first Zelda rap. Interesting to see that back as well. And like I said, I love Danny as the boat. It just, yeah. Like I said, Danny can sing a phone book, and it would be great. The story basically, carrying too much stuff can kill you. That's basically it. And the animation for this is extremely well done. The animation is very livid. The animator for this, it's bright, it's colorful. It's not over the top. It's simplistic in some ways, but very exaggerative in other ways, and it has a really good balance, or at least to me. some things have a very solid animation to them, such as these signs. There's an extreme amount of detail put into these signs, but then of course you also notice there is more of a simplistic look, like for the boat. The boat and Link have a different look to them than the signs do. Besides that, I really admire the attention to detail that they put into it, because there's a lot of focus on the movements of the mouth to be able to actually get it to get it correct. And then the random stuff that is just put into this as well is really great. The eye shifts as well, such as this scene where the boat shifts its eye, is also really well done. There's the boat itself and Link are both very animated, and it really works for this. It has a cartoonish flair, but at the same time, there's a lot of attention to detail that goes into it. A lot of body language, shifts. It's not just a static animation. They really put a lot of focus into it to make it feel natural and look realistic. Yet at the same time, it appears that they wanted it to look realistic, but they also definitely wanted to focus on the animation flow of it, because it was based on a video game, and it's a Starbomb song. They wanted it to have a very animated, and not just in a cartoonish way, but very animated, very movable video where the characters did have a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on. They were able to capture everything and get it spot on with every single thing that was focused. Now some things don't have as much detail as other things, and it's very cool how that they balanced it. The characters are definitely the most animated things in the video, and so the animation, the video focuses mostly on them. You will see other things in the background, but like I said before with the signs, this particular background with the castle in the distance and the lake, you'll notice the soft textures, the smooth appearance of the background, of just everything here. It's very smooth, it's very natural, it's very soft. None of this is movable. All of this is stationary. But you notice the lake has a different appearance. I just now noticed another little reference in the opening. This, I could be wrong, but this looks like the Bowser key that you would get in Super Mario 64. It looks like the Bowser key, but then again, they did, like, I could be wrong, but this reminds me of the Bowser key that you would get in Super Mario 64. And I'm not sure if this could be like a bong or something. No, I don't use them. Ever. Don't want to. But that's kind of what it looked like. And I also noticed a baseball cap in there. And, I don't know, like a knife? Or a Lego brick? And the crap emoji. Haha. And yeah, this is a ball sack with a penis. This is a ball sack with a penis. Like, yeah, it is. Okay, a very floppy ball sack with a penis. Okay. I guess that's a penis and ball sack warmer. Okay. Other references, of course, in the lyrics to the song, you'll hear the reference to the fake moon landing, the conspiracy theory with that, and interesting right here, the shrining with that artwork. What even is that? What even is that? I'm not really sure. I apologize for not getting the reference on the front of that. And the Undertaker wrestler, I guess. I don't watch wrestling. I'm not a fan of wrestling at all, but I have heard of the Undertaker before, so okay. I guess this is him. Also, it's really nice to see the reference in this, of course, to the old VHS tapes. You know, I grew up with the old VHS tapes before transitioning over to DVDs later. VHS tapes, I remember them so vividly. Back whenever a movie would come out and you would rent it on VHS, and I remember at the one rental place at the time that you could rent VHS tapes, There would that "Be kind, please rewind" message that would usually be posted on them. You'd always have to rewind them because nobody wanted to rewind them whenever they got home and watched them. But I remember that, and honestly, it kind of makes me think. Danny's voice. I really wish, honestly, that Danny would. I mean, he could definitely still do these crazy songs as well, but Danny has the capacity and the talent to do some very emotional tracks. Just like whenever he did the last unicorn, and they also did with whenever Ninja Sex Party did the album Under the Covers, I think it was. And hearing Danny sing "Everybody Wants to Rule the World" and the other tracks in that, I mean, Danny just has such a beautiful, mesmerizing voice. I and I gotta say, I really wish Danny would break into the synthwave scene because with the '80s synth style, Danny would his voice would just totally fit right in, I think, into that scene. If Ninja Sex Party were to try to, break into the synthwave scene and try to, start doing some music that sounds like total '80s, retro, I really think that Danny would do phenomenal. I mean, it would be some great music, and I really wish that he would do that. I mean, I definitely love hearing this from him as well, but I really would like to hear what he could do if he decided to do synthwave. I really would love to hear it. But I gotta say, The Jerk, I never watched this movie. I never did. No regrets either. And here's a Chevy. Okay, alright, okay, I had to look it up to verify. I think this is a Chevy Equinox. I'm not really familiar with the newer little SUVs that Chevy is coming out with. But yeah, this, from what I could tell, this is a Chevy Equinox. The Wacky World of Miniature Golf. Okay. Okay. And like I said before, the animation is simplistic in many areas, but there are times whenever it can take on a very overly exaggerative tone, such as Link whenever he collapses. And you notice there is, like, the animation for the boat is very simplistic in its appearance, in its look. And normally for Link it is as well, but here you notice the heavy look, worn out, completely drained expression of Link. And so yeah, the animation it just fits with the song. It's great. Shoocharu did a great job animating this. They did a really great job. I love how that the animation, it's both similar and it's not consistent at the same time, because sometimes it seems simplistic and basic with its look, but it's also unpredictable because you don't really know how detailed that the rest of the animation is going to be, what is going to happen, how that the scenes are going to change. And like I said, Link can go from a very simplistic look, which appears here, to a very hardcore look of being completely ready to murder here, in complete pain. And so the animation definitely changes, and it also surprises you because it goes from simplistic, what looks like basic, from a basic cutesy style to there's quite a bit of detail put into that kind of moment. So I really have to admire the surprises and everything. Also, one little thing that I noticed was the concept that the boat does have what looks like 5 digits on its claw or on its hand. It does look like it has 5 digits, which I like. Also, I have to admire how the boat's overall design remains consistent throughout the entire thing. It just, its facial expressions changes, but it maintains a consistency with its overall appearance. Like that. Really like that. And something else to take note of is that the change in tone or the change in color for the different scenes. It's not, you might not notice it at first, but yeah, it's interesting to see. The colors of the characters change. And you got the first basic one where the characters are in the brightly colored design. But then whenever the scene transitions to the more sunset based vista, you notice the color for the characters are completely different. The color changes to a more to, I'm not really sure exactly the term for it, but you notice the color for the characters is different. The colors changes to a darker color for the characters as it transitions to night. So again, it's a really great attention to detail. You know, the easy way out would be to have, regardless if you do a nighttime scene, the easy way out would be to just have the characters maintain the same color appearance throughout the entire thing. But no, this individual actually animated it so that the color of the characters changed with the different time setting. And I really admire the attention to detail. They really added further, it really adds a more natural and realistic feel whenever you see the colors change for the characters for the different scenery. It really does look great to see that. I love that little attention to detail. But yeah, the animation is very smooth. It's bright, it's cartoonish, but it also has a realistic tone to it. Uh, it has a lot of emphasis on the animation. There are moments whenever you could see the attention to detail with the character shifts and the movements and eye movements, body language, and there's a lot of attention to detail with how the characters move and how they you know, you can see the interaction with the characters, and if the body language further emphasizes what the characters are feeling, and you can see that. And even with the boat with no limbs and not really a body per se, it's still, you can see you can still also read what the character's thinking, but just based on their expression and just simply based on their expression and how that the head moves for the boat. And there's a lot of attention to detail in it, and I really like that. Also, the background here, as you can tell, it's, you know, it's lighter on the sea, darker up top. I like that. I like the attention to detail. There's plenty of shortcuts that you could see that the person animating this could have taken to take the easy way out and save time, but no, they went the extra mile and made sure that it looks great. And I really admire the attention to detail and that dedication to making sure that it looks great and there's no cheap shortcuts or anything taken. I really admire that. And I love the animation for this. It just fits. It's smooth. It's cartoonish. It's very animated. And not, well, it's animated. I mean, you know, with movements, I mean, the characters are animated in it. They're not just stationary, remaining there while they're talking. There's a lot of emphasis with body language and such to help further what the characters are trying to convey. And I really admire that. You know, it kind of makes me think about the old Scooby-Doo, whenever the characters mostly just stand there and you would just see little tiny movements with their head, and they would just, it was cheaper to animate them just talking. But here, you know, there's a lot of emphasis with that, and it really, really sells it. And the references to probably not just this Zelda game, I'm sure there probably are others that you could reference this to. And not just Zelda, like I said, this can apply to other things too, with having a bunch of inventory slots, and sometimes you don't even have enough inventory slots for all the stuff that you want to carry. Yeah, I can relate to both, even though I've never played this Zelda game. But yeah, this is really great. The music itself is great. It's always great to hear Danny sing. And, you know, combining the singing talent, Danny and Aaron together, it's always fun. And like I said, Danny, please try Synthwave. Just try it, okay? Please. Please try Synthwave. But yeah, this was really great. This was really, really great. So major props to Shoocharu, to Danny and Aaron. major props to everybody involved with this for making this come to life. That is really cool. I mean, the whole thing is just awesome. So thank you everybody that worked on this. Thank you all. Thank you to not just the singers as well, but the animator as well. Thank you everybody. Thank you for all the work and effort that you put into it. Thank you so much. And thank you again for joining me, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and let me know your thoughts as well in the comments. And thanks for joining me. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video that I do. Take care.